Hello everybody, welcome to Drier Days Art Studio. I'm Catherine. This is the piece I'll be working on today, and all of the products in this piece that I'm going to be using I got from Laura's Art Corner. I'm going to be using a bunch of RESIN epoxy pigment paste and pigments, some fairy dust, and some stones from Laura's Art Corner. I will discuss them as I go through the video. This piece came out just beautifully. I'm so happy with it. I did choose to go with a couple of colors together that I normally wouldn't have maybe picked straight out of the chute, but I'm so glad that I did. And so let's begin. This board was already prepped. It is a 12 by 12 inch birch board that my husband and I cut. I gessoed it twice, sanding in between, and then I came in with my epoxy sculpt and laid these barriers down. If you hit the small eye up in the upper right hand corner of the video, I will have a link to that barrier video, or I will also include it in the video description if you want to find it there. So what I usually do in my pieces as I'm painting the board and kind of doing my prep work, I know what kind of stone I'm going to use. I knew the Amazonite was going to be a huge fixture in this piece, and I knew that that is a beautiful greenish blue stone, and that I was going to be using some mica pigments that were blue. And so I decided to go with background colors that were kind of a greenish blue, turquoise or teal. Some of them I did mute down. As you saw there to the left, I was mixing them. I usually add a gray to my colors if I want to mute them down a little so they're not so bright. And here I'm just kind of laying down where I think I'm going to want those stones, and I remove them because now I'm going to come in with my fairy dust and hot glue down some glitter. So if I had already glued those other stones down and now I'm coming in with this very fine glitter trying to add that, the glitter would get all in the stones and would kind of make a mess and it would stick to it. So I had laid the stones down where I wanted them. I did take a picture with my phone so that I had a general idea of where I had everything that I liked where it was, snapped a picture, took the stones off, and now I am just applying this very fine fairy dust gold glitter. I love this glitter so much because it is glass and it just gives this beautiful raw-like texture that I think just goes so well with these geodes because they are rocky and they're kind of rough, and you have that combination with that glass glitter. It's so elegant and delicate yet sort of rough. So I just love the fairy dust. Is some of my favorite stuff from Laura's Art Corner. And so now once I did have that glitter down, I came in, placed those stones down where I want them, and I am just using an Elmer's clear glue to get those stones down. And I wanted a little bit of extra sparkle, so I did come in here and add a little bit of mirrored glass. Just add a little bit more sparkle to the piece. And again, all of these products you can find at Laura's Art Corner. A description link will be down in the description of the video with a coupon code to her store. So that is my coupon code, and if you use it, you are helping to support my channel. Laura is awesome to work with, so if you have any questions, she makes herself available and is wonderful to work with. So I kind of took a step back from my piece and decided that through this dark strip here in the middle, I was going to add more Amazonite. So I wanted to kind of keep consistent with my piece and outline this one area with that gold glitter. So I'm coming in, laying the gold glitter down first before I come in with those stones. I do just use clear hot glue. I get that question a lot. I just use a clear hot glue. It does not impact the resin at all. You just want to make sure it's clear, and yeah. So here now I'm all ready. Everything is glued and in place. All the glue is dry. I went around the perimeter of my piece with a masking tape to keep my resin contained while I'm working, and I'm going through as I usually do and just drizzling some clear resin on top. The raw stones there in the very middle of the piece were quite large, and my husband and I went in and broke them up to make them a little smaller for this piece. So some of the edges were a little rough, a little sharp, and I just like to come in with that clear resin and make sure I'm getting a little coating on there so that they're not too sharp. A little tidbit here about Amazonite. It is called the Stone of Courage and the Stone of Truth. It empowers one to find their own truth, and it is a balancing and harmonizing stone. Very helpful too in the aid of communication with a partner, aiding in a loving communication. So just a really nice, peaceful stone to have in any home. The energy of this piece is just lovely, and it truly is calming. It's just so beautiful. I will list all of the products that I'm using, the names of all of them, in the description. Laura is friends with Susanna Danks, and Susanna is who created these RESIN products that I'm going to be using. They are wonderful. They have literally no odor. They are just a joy to work with. The pigments are very bright and opaque. And Laura met Susanna and opened a shop. Laura opened an online store here in the U.S. so that us here in the U.S. could, get these wonderful products and try them out. And in getting to know Laura, she has connected me to some other artists, including just an awesome guy out of Germany. His name is Michael, and he has the channel MKL GRM Fine Art on YouTube. And I actually want to give Michael a little challenge here. I'm going to shout out to Michael and challenge him to make his own resin geode using the exact same products from Laura that I'm using in this piece. So I'd like to see Michael, what he will do with the exact same products that I'm using. He is just spectacular. I love watching him do his pour videos and his resin art. He's also a very gifted portrait artist. So the link to his channel will be down in the description of this video as well. I highly recommend you guys check him out. And Michael, I can't wait to see what you do with these products. This was my first time using the Molten Gold from RESIN Expressions, and I could not wait. The Molten Gold came highly recommended from numerous people. I was looking for a metallic gold that was more of like an antique color, not a bright yellow gold, more of an antique, and I wanted it to be able to just sit on the top of the piece. If some of you maybe know what I'm talking about, I see so many resin pieces where it looks like that metallic gold or silver is just sitting on the top of the resin and almost gives kind of a shine, not so much of a mirrored look, but a shine, a metallic glaze on the top, just sitting there. And that's what I wanted, but also something that would get beautiful lacing and different effects. So everybody said you have to try the Molten Gold. So that is what I'm doing here, and I'm blown away. I love this product. I came in here first and laid it on the board and then came in with clear resin. You can do it either way. If you want more of kind of a marbling look, I recommend you start with the clear first and then drizzle it on top, but I recommend that with any product that you're using, not just the Molten Gold. I am using in this piece Stone Coat Art Resin, and if you watch my previous video, which is of a green and gold resin geode, I use Pro Marine resin, and you can just see sort of the difference in really the effects and the look that you can get even just with the resin that you're using. And I discussed this with Laura, and we both kind of agreed that with the Pro Marine resin or resin that's a little bit thinner, the res pigments will lace a little bit differently. They'll lay a little bit differently in there. You'll get different effects. And with the Stone Coat, the colors, the pigments seem to kind of stay more together, more unified. And sometimes I want that look, as I state in the previous video. And so that is what I was going for here. As I lay the white in here, I wanted it to be a little bit more condensed. I really didn't want it lacing out. That's kind of why I put it in this small boundary area here. But still beautiful effects. I mean, it just depends on the look that you're going for. In terms of that, would I say one resin is better than the other? I think it really depends on the look that you're trying to achieve. But I will just lay in my products here and go quiet. I am using the Angel White there. As I said, I was using the Molten Gold. I'm going to be coming in here with some mica pigments in the shade of Azure. I can't ever say that, Azure and Sea Breeze, and those are both blues. And I'm also going to come in with a Midnight Black pigment paste. So I'll go quiet here. I'll let you watch. I'll kind of time lapse it for speed purposes, and I hope you guys enjoy. after about 3 hours, I come in and I remove that masking tape. I gently hit the edges with my heat gun so that I can soften that resin and it will just glide right over the edges and blend in. And using my finger to kind of help the process along. I did want to use a tip that I had picked up from Laura, which was you can take the glass glitter and you can just kind of drizzle it or sprinkle it on top of the resin. And so that is what I'm doing here because I wanted that glass glitter to just show a little bit more. Okay, after 24 hours, I came in and I removed my blue tape off the back to remove any drips. And I'm coming in as I usually do with my Uni Posca markers to just add some highlight and shading and a little bit more dimension. You can see the gold there, the molten gold. I just think it is gorgeous in this piece. Truly, there wasn't a whole lot I wanted to do as far as lines with my markers, just adding a few shadows there around the stones just to make them pop out a little bit more. Sometimes I do come in along those Uni Posca lines and just bring those out a little bit more. I did decide to come in and add a final coat of clear resin over the entire thing just to protect my piece, especially because I did add Uni Posca marker lines onto it. So I am just coming in with pre-mixed stone coat art resin, drizzling it all over, very gently using that stick to kind of move it around a little bit. You don't want to scuff up your piece too much or any of those lines that you've added in there. I am using a new torch that I got by, I think it's Creator is how they say it, Urban Creator. I know, you guys, please don't laugh at me. I'm horrible at trying to pronounce things. You know, when I was little, there was a Ponderosa near our house, and there was a huge sign that they had on the Ponderosa, and every night I'd say, can we go get that ribeye steak from the sign? And you know, it's ribeye. It's been my whole life. That I was like 8 years old when that was happening, so my whole life I've had issues pronouncing things. But back to the torch. The torch is awesome. I do have it in my Amazon store now, and I will link it in the description below. Definitely check it out. I've used it also on a couple of acrylic pour pieces that I did recently, and it's really, really nice. So that is a torch that requires butane, so make sure you are getting any fluid that you need to add to it, which is also in my store. So as you saw earlier, I did use a heat gun, and you can use a torch. Just be careful with any tools that you're using in your workspace, obviously. But this torch is really lightweight. The on and off switch is on the back of the head, which I kind of like. That works with my hands a little bit better. So anyway, yeah, just and any of the products that you see me using, my painter's pyramids that are under this piece, my gloves, sticks, everything, anything that you buy from any of my links does help support my channel. So I really appreciate that. Then I'm able to keep making videos for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much. I hope you liked this video. I hope you can check out Michael's video that he creates from this challenge, and we'll see if he challenges me back. And of course, I will bring that to you guys in the event that he does. I'm going to show you the finished piece in two different areas of my house, the front yard and the backyard. This is in the direct sun at about 10 a.m. in the morning. It's beautiful. It's a little windy, so my backdrop is kind of blowing there, but you can see the glitter is catching the light. It looks beautiful. These resin pieces look gorgeous in the direct sun, but I don't know that they're going to be hung in that sort of a fashion. You can just see there the beautiful molten gold, the angel white, oh, the blue and the black. I mean, the stones, oh, I love the glitter shining, and just the texture of that glitter, like I said, it's just amazing. I love it for these geode pieces. Catching a little of my shadow there, I apologize. But I am super happy with how this piece came out. I think it's beautiful. If you just hang in there for me 1 second, I'm going to show you another view of this. And this is another view of my house, kind of around 3 p.m. in the afternoon on an overcast day. And you can see how the colors look a little bit different. I've showed this in other videos of mine before too. So it all just depends on your lighting, on the area of your yard or in your house or wherever you are trying to capture picture or photography of your artwork. So just make sure you're getting the best lighting that you can. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out Laura's Art Corner for any products that you might need. Again, all those links are in the description. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Come find me on Instagram at Dryer Days. And until next time, keep on pouring.